welcome to day 5 of the Reboot with Joe, so the juice challenge. So I am making a crock pot recipe that is soup. So today is a transition day for me. I've been awake for quite a few hours, but I'm going to be up for a while, take a nap, and then be up for this evening. So I'm actually just going to make the soup now, since it needs to sit in the crock pot for a long time, and then I need to go and do some grocery shopping. So first things first, this recipe is again from the Reboot with Joe website, but I'm using the ingredients that it calls for the most part. I'm just not using the spices that it calls for, because basically the spices are chili sauce, chipotle spice, and cumin. No, and no, really. So I'm going to go ahead and use the spices that I think would taste good in a soup, and we're gonna go for that. So here is my little crock pot, and it has 8 cups of water already in there, so hopefully that's not too much water for the amount of food that I want to put in here, but we'll see. So a couple of bay leaves, that's first. I need to use, according to the recipe, 3 cups of different types of beans. So I'm going to use 1 can of tri-blend beans. Oh boy, splash. And 1 can of pinto beans that I already had open in the refrigerator. There we go, less splash, much better. It calls for 2 cups of chopped tomatoes, so I'm actually just going to use a can of diced tomatoes. We apparently did not buy petite diced tomatoes this last time. These are just big chunks of tomatoes, which is not exciting to me at all. The next thing that goes in there's a couple other things that go in there. So I've got an onion chopped up and a pepper. The pepper was not on the list of things to go in here. However, it was pretty soft in the refrigerator, so I figured it needed to be eaten, and putting it in soup seemed like the perfect way to eat it. It also calls for 1 cup of whatever pulp it is that you have, so I saved some of my cabbage and spinach pulp from yesterday. So I'm gonna put that in there. And there's one more ingredient, guys. I think I might have a little bit too much water in here. Let's take out some of this water. There, we'll take that out. And the pulses that I put in here are gonna absorb some of the water, but okay. So then the last thing that you're supposed to put in there, it calls for quinoa, which I'm not a big fan of, so I'm going to actually just use some mixed pulses. I don't know that these need to cook in the crock pot for 8 hours. I don't know what they will do cooked in the crock pot for 8 hours, but I'm not too worried about it either, to be honest with you. I think it'll be just fine. If they're soggy and they disappear, then no problem. Okay, so that is it for food type items that go in here. There we go. And now comes the spices. So like I said, they wanted you to put some spicy stuff in there. I am actually going to go with basic tried and true. We're gonna put some garlic powder and some onion powder in there. That's going to go across the top, sprinkled on. Going to do, oh, I meant to get out basil. That's oregano. I'm not going to put oregano, I'm going to put basil in there. Some parsley, some black pepper, and that should be it for spices. I think that this will taste just fine. I was looking online and it said to put in some brown sugar when you're making a vegetable soup, that it will really beef up the flavor, especially if you're not gonna use salt. So I got it out, and I'm just not sure whether I'm gonna put it in there or not, to be honest with you. Well, let's do this. Let's put it in there, and we'll discuss whether or not it's something that we should do in the future. I don't know. I don't think I've ever put brown sugar in a vegetable soup before. It sounds kind of interesting to me. So, basil. Thank you, Anthony. Alrighty, I'm gonna go put some seasonings in here and get this started, and then I gotta get going to the store. So I'll see you guys tonight, and we will try this and we'll make some juice. Alright guys, so it is evening time. The house smells like a lovely soup. I haven't tried it yet, it's very hot, so I'm gonna let it cool down for just a minute while I am making my next soup. I think it's called, my next juice. It is called Garden Variety, and it is 4 apples, 4 cucumbers, 16 kale leaves, and 2 handfuls of parsley. I think I'm just gonna leave the parsley out, to be honest with you, because I'm not really super sold on the parsley. I'm not a huge fan anyway. Like a little bit sprinkled in, like a whole entire thing of soup is great, but having my soup taste, or my, come on, keep calling it soup, having my juice taste like that is not, I don't think so. So I'm just gonna leave that out, and that way maybe I will enjoy it. So there you go. So I've got 4 apples chopped up, I only have 3 cucumbers chopped up because I bought an extra, we used a cucumber last night to make with the salad, and then I ended up purchasing one today at the store, but it's an English cucumber, so they're really thin and skinny, and I'm not sure, I mean, it'd make great for eating, but I'm not sure how great it would be for juicing. So I'm just not going to, I'll just use 3, and that's fine. And then 16 kale. Oh, that's gotta count, right? I mean, that's a big bag of kale. So it was on sale at the store, so I was like, well, that's great. I'll just use that. So, kale. All right, let's put this together. Alrighty guys, so here's some green variety juice. I am kind of ready to be done with this challenge already, just from a messiness standpoint and from a time consuming standpoint. This takes a decent amount of time to prepare, to make it, and then to actually execute, and then to clean up, and it's kind of a pain. I will see it through to day 15, but this is definitely not something that I see working out in the long run. I could see maybe if you were the type that had like a counter full of stuff and you could make like 10 juices, enough juice for the entire week at one time, and then freeze them and thaw them as you wanted them, that would probably work out pretty well for somebody. But just doing this everyday stuff and having to clean it every day, and it's a lot of work. So anyways, let's try some soup, and I will try the juice because I'm sure that it is wonderful. Let's try some soup. Remember, there's 0 salt in this soup. Yep, that has a nice flavor to it. Tastes like a very mild vegetable soup. That's very good. Okay. There we go. Let's try the juice. Hang on. It's pretty. Look at that light color green. Cool. Yeah, that's very good. That's actually much better than you would think that it might be. It's very light in flavor. The kale doesn't make it like, ooh, that's really green juice. So if you're scared of doing green juice, this would definitely be one way to do it. Cool. Alrighty, so there you go. I have 2 juices. I'm going to take coconut water with me, but I'm going to make mint tea out of it and see how that goes. I'm not actually sure about that. It might be interesting. It might not be very good. I don't know yet. I'll let you know. And I'm gonna go get ready for work. So I will see you guys again in the morning for some exercise. Alrighty guys, so I am home and ready to exercise, but I wanted to tell you for sure my juice was very good. I actually liked that one a lot. I'm glad I did not put parsley in it. The soup was very good. I ended up putting a little bit of the Better Than bouillon in it, like probably half of a teaspoon in the whole thing, not even like a teaspoon, so just a very small amount. My tech thought it was fantastic. She did not put any bouillon in it, and she thought it was great the way that it was. And coconut water does not make mint tea, like, at all. So don't try that. Don't use coconut water to make tea with, because it was not good at all. At all. It was pretty gross. Okay, so let's talk exercise. So this one, today we're going to do a 40-second leg swing and 40-second quad stretch and 15-second toe reach. So going up a little bit, same as yesterday, but going up a little bit. So we'll do that every few days. And then the next thing we're going to exercise with, babe, dun, da, da, da. Click on the button, ta-da. Okay, torso twists, 40 torso twists. That should not be too difficult at all. And last but not least is 8 tricep dips, 3 sets of that. Oh geez, that should be interesting. Okie dokie then, we will see how far we get with that. I'll see you guys soon. Alrighty guys, so exercise is done, and I am actually getting to be to the point where I'm able to do tricep dips. It's super exciting. Anthony said my form is getting much better. Like, I'm further away from the chair, and actually my dips are going actually down where they're supposed to. The last 2 on the last set were not pretty at all. But other than that, I did really good, so yay. I thought it might be progressing a little bit too fast. You'll go from 6 to 8 to 10, but apparently it's gonna be okay. We'll see. We'll keep trying. Anyways, I am a little bit hungry, so I am actually, seeing as they say you can have as much fruit as you want or vegetables as you want, I'm gonna go and eat my salad That's from yesterday, from lunch. My daughter didn't eat it last night when she came home from work, so her loss, my gain. So anyways, guys, I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again tonight.